Line edit the very last chapter of my book with me. Hi, hello, welcome. My name's Araya and I am obviously writing a book. It is a non-fiction book about my hunting adventures with my dad. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. I try not to talk about the hunting bits too much because I know it's a sensitive thing for people, but I've been trying to share my journey of writing this book and been using this channel as like a diary and accountability journal kind of thing, you know, like a video journal. So yeah, that is what I've been doing. But today we are actually going to sit down and finish the very last chapter of this book for draft 4. Yeah, and I had challenged myself to edit it in 30 days. Do you want to know what today is? Do you want to know? It's December 28th. It's a Sunday. I was supposed to finish this on December 16th, like 2 weeks ago almost. It'll be 2 weeks on Tuesday. Yeah. I also failed my own challenge and I literally could have done it. I could have finished this chapter before the deadline. I literally did a 12-hour write-a-thon that Saturday and then I was supposed to have the challenge done by the 16th was the Tuesday. So I could have done another chapter that Saturday or on Sunday or on Monday or Tuesday, but I did not. I burnt myself out doing my 12-hour write-a-thon. The thing is I did it on Friday and it kind of leaked into Saturday. I was just so burnt out from it, and then I had Christmas stuff going on. I was crocheting gifts. I was wrapping stuff. I had work. The chapter kind of just got pushed off to the side. Kind of did feel like I finished the draft and I was like taking my break, but I haven't finished the draft. It still needs to be done. I still need to finish chapter 20. So here I am today sitting down and actually accomplishing that finally. Almost 2 weeks later. Yeah, I definitely burnt myself out because I had that 12-hour write-a-thon, and then before that, the weekend before, I did a 10-hour writing day that turned probably more like 12 hours. So yeah, I've been going at it pretty hard trying to get this done. The thing is I spend a lot of my time doing it more on the weekend than during the week because I work 10-hour days. By the time I get home, you know, it's like 6 o'clock and it's dark. I don't want to sit in my office longer after sitting at a desk all day. So yeah, my writing is more weekend focused, and when I have other stuff going on, it's really hard to do. So it is post-holiday. However, we have the New Year's on Thursday. I do want to get this draft done and sent off to a couple people to read and not have to worry about it within the new year, and like take January off, maybe February, let other people read it. I want them to double check my line editing stuff that I just did so that I can start querying in the new year. I could have rushed through it and started querying, but I know that a lot of agents and stuff take this time of year off anyways, so I feel like it's better to wait till like, you know, end of February, March to start querying. That is the goal, but to be able to do that I need to finish this chapter. So I'm gonna keep myself accountable. We're gonna sit here and line edit this chapter together, and then I will update you guys more on what's been going on once I actually make some progress. So I'm gonna get to it and I'm gonna bring you guys along. Let's get to it.
I wanna turn my phone off,
but first, some jams to get me in the mood.
What do I do? Why is it so hard to find someone new so far away? All the days that I used to have someone right beside me, now I can find in my phone screen. It's tiring, just wanna feel something. Lonely nights talking the pixels. I don't go out, don't intermix with the crowd, and I wonder why I'm sitting all alone, staring at my phone. Or I just want a connection. Is that so hard to ask for? I just want something that's real, that's alive. Don't want no white noise on the other line. I just want a connection. Is that so hard to ask for? I just want something that's real, that's alive. Don't want no phone static, phone static, oh. Phone static, oh. I'm tired of being by myself, but it's better for my mental health. I do not like anybody here, so why do I care? I tell myself that I just need to have someone right beside me, or else I'm nothing. But for me, I'd rather be alone than with some people that I don't know. Lonely nights talking the pixels. I don't go out, don't intermix with the crowd, and I wonder why I'm sitting all alone, staring at my phone. Or I just want a connection. Is that so hard to ask for? I just want something that's real, that's alive. Don't want no white noise on the other line. I just want connection, is that so hard to ask for? I just want something that's real, that's alive. Don't want no phone static, no. Text messages on repeat, start to lose all feeling. Where are the people for me? Text messages on repeat, start to lose all feeling. Where are the people?
Okay guys, I literally only have one more pass of this chapter left before I'm officially done with it. But I just wanted to give you guys some thoughts while I'm thinking about it and while I'm taking a break instead of just, you know, sitting on my phone for the next 10 minutes. I wanted to like reflect a little bit about this chapter in this book. I've spent a lot of time on it this year. I've been like kind of thinking about it. I've done 3 drafts this year. I wrapped up draft 2, did draft 3, and now draft 4. So it's been a very heavy writing year, and it's not that I don't want to take that into 2026. I just know that I'm going to be on a different path in 2026. I want to query this, obviously, but I also have other things going on. I have my wedding in April, and then we'll have our honeymoon in like June or July, and then hopefully eventually we'll find a place, an actual house and not an apartment. And so I know that next year is not going to be a very heavy writing year, not compared to this year. So I have been trying to put that into perspective. It's not that I don't want to write next year, it's just I have kind of burnt myself a little bit out on this project, and that's nothing wrong with it. I've just wanted to get this done, and I feel like I've been taking forever but not at the same time. So I think I'll probably take a break in the new year after querying, probably with this channel in general too, because I have other stuff going on, obviously life stuff, but I also like have another crochet channel that I'm doing, and I want to like design a blanket pattern, and so I think that's kind of going to be my priority for a little bit. But I'm just not giving up on this book or my writing in general. I'm just going to shift priorities probably once this book is off into the query trenches. That doesn't mean I don't have other writing projects and ideas like turning in my mind. I'm still trying to decide the balance between not just my writing but the genres. I like writing nonfiction, and I feel like it's something that is not done enough in this world, especially these outdoorish stuff like hunting. Like I love hunting, but I also love to paddleboard, I love camping, I love fishing, and I'd like to write more about this stuff. I'd like to push more for my blog in the new year. Maybe if I don't write a new project, maybe I'm gonna focus more on my blog stuff, but I feel like it's something that doesn't talked about enough and should be pushed more out there. I love fiction and I love fantasy books, and I'd like to write my own one day, but I feel like there's also this perfection to it. If I sit down and do it, I want to have the perfect idea and I want to have the perfect book, which, you know, doesn't have to happen, but I think that's what kind of holds me back from that. So I'll probably just keep churning through the different ideas that I have. I've written about one a little bit with my last like drinking and like drafting video that I did a few months back. I can link it above whatever corner it is for you guys to go back and watch if you haven't seen before. I have that, and then I have a couple other ideas that I've talked about on Discord and other people's lives, and just have stemmed over myself in my own brainstorming documents, but I haven't let myself like sit and focus on one yet. And then I have some like romance ideas I've thought about, a more expansive like actual like maybe a hunting how-to, but like a funny one in a girl's perspective. Like there's different things that I've thought about. When I'm taking a break from writing, I think I'm going to maybe just brainstorm in each one and see if any of those actually seems promising and I want to move forward with it. But I mean, I don't want to be making a bunch of random videos as I try to figure that out and then like not take those ideas forward. So it just kind of depends on what's going to happen next. But I wanted to update you guys because I haven't really talked about it too much. I will probably most likely do like a new year, a new goals video where I'll expand on it more and maybe plan things out a little bit better. And then if I maybe will do a video about all the brainstorming and the different projects and then maybe picking one kind of thing. Or I might just do that with like blog post ideas. Isn't that I'm gonna just like leave this channel alone. I don't know if I'll be posting weekly, probably more like bi-weekly, especially if I'm working more on my crochet channel, and just not kill myself over these videos, especially when they don't get that many views. I love this channel and I love the accountability it gives. Like I've said in the beginning of this video, I use it kind of like an accountability mini video journal kind of thing for me. I am documenting my progress and my journey to writing this book and hopefully publishing it, but I'm also using it to keep myself accountable. As soon as I stop filming, I obviously didn't finish this book. Like, it keeps me at my desk, having this camera here and talking to you guys and conversing in the comments and in the writing Discord channel that I am a part of keeps me here and helps me want to do more. So yeah, I kind of got a little deep there and I strayed away from my book in itself. I do feel like this book has gone pretty strong and it's getting to the point, like I mentioned in the last few like line edit videos, a lot of this is just back and forth of how I feel like it should. Reading it on paper, I'm like, oh no, it should be this way. And then I read it in my master doc and Google Docs and I'm like, maybe it was better the other way. And so I can tell that I need to give this to somebody else to get better feedback on. Probably send it to my mom, possibly my fiance, and maybe another person. I want my mom to kind of line edit it. My fiance hasn't read it at all, so I'll probably just get his overall perspective on everything. Then if he wants to leave inline comments, he can. And then depending on how their feedback goes, figure out if I need to maybe actually get an editor before I start querying. But I don't know if I really want to spend the money on that. You know, when you're going into publishing, that's what they're supposed to cover for you, is like all those extra expenses. Like, I don't want to self-publish, so I don't want to have to spend money if I don't have to, kind of thing. But I also just want to make this as best as possible before I start to query. So like, it could go one way or the other. Once this draft is done, kind of let things settle, let other people read it, get some perspective on what I should do next, whether it's a draft 5, maybe it's a draft 5 and a 6, or maybe it's just a quick read through, maybe a quick just actual draft 5 and then start querying. But yeah, so there's lots of different things. I will actually start a query video here soon. It wouldn't be like out to you guys until I actually make some really good progress with it, maybe actually send out my first few queries. I already have a couple query letters, like drafts of them, and I've started on my synopsis and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Probably maybe just do that as like a series and not like one long video to edit and post to you guys. Like, I love watching those. Like, I watched a few of them as they've come through this year. However, I hate editing videos that are that long, so I don't know if I could sit there and do that. There will definitely be query videos in the future, but like I said, I don't really know what else is gonna come out. I have been kind of fiddling around with it. I also have thought about gearing this channel more towards being more helpful to possible future nonfiction writers. Don't want to give tips until I feel like I've experienced enough to help others. That is the goal at some point, is to do more sit-down videos and talk about what helped me write, revise, and line edit this book, and maybe hopefully publish it as well. But yeah, that's kind of all the things I've been going through in my mind. I really want this book to be out there for other people to read. I want others to be able to read it and be like, okay, yes, hunting is cool, but there's also a lot more deeper things to it, and like, this is a big part of who I am and the relationship that I have with my dad and his hounds and his guides and my family in general. So yeah, I'm getting pretty deep now. I should actually read this chapter one more time and just be done with it and be good for the new year. That's the other thing, is like, I wanted to be done with this draft before the new year. I gotta wrap up this chapter. I mean, I still have till Thursday, so 4 days until 2026. It's crazy. This year has flown by, literally flown by so fast. I just need to actually sit here and do it. It's not hard, just facing resistance about being done with this, and it's hard. That last like 3 paragraphs of this chapter, chapter 20, like makes me tear up. I know it's gonna make me tear up again as I read it, so I'm gonna do so probably off camera so you guys don't see me cry. And then I'm gonna call it good for today, and then maybe over the next few days of the actual week, I'm gonna read it on my iPad, make last minute edits, and then send it off to the next few people that I want to read it and review it for me. But for that to happen, I have to finish it, so let's finish the last read through. But first I gotta put my music on, music on, music on. Then rise up the everybody's names. it is like 1:15. Chapter 20 is done, which means draft 4 is complete. Finally, only like 2 weeks late. I mean, I still can't complain though if it only took me a month and 2 weeks to do one draft. My quickest yet. I think my last one was a little over 2 months or about 2 months. So still got faster, still finished the whole thing, still made progress to the book and made it better. So I can't really be that mad at myself for taking a little bit of a break at the end here. I'm going to reward myself by taking an actual break and not just jumping right into another draft. Like I said, I'm going to have a couple people read it. I just need to kind of scan through it, make sure everything's good, and email it off to them. And then I will just relax, do some crocheting, lots of reading. This is the time of year that I do kind of get very lost in books. I just read a really good series. I can pop it up here if you guys want to look at it. It's a really good fantasy series. It doesn't really have that much romance in it. Literally almost none in there. But it was a really good storyline and it had a lot of cool elements to it that I loved. So there's that. And yeah, I will definitely be reading a lot more and crocheting as I take a break from writing. That doesn't mean I won't be, you know, drafting some blog posts or doing some brainstorming or outlining, possibly. Who knows? Not me, obviously. And I'm going to go watch the new Avatar with my fiance and some friends. So I guess I can kind of consider that a celebration, getting to eat movie theater popcorn. Always a favorite of mine. We'll probably give my dog a big ol' hug. She's just been chilling in here with me. Her new spot is to chill in the corner of the spare bed in my office. So she loves to chill in here even when I'm not in here. So I'll give her a big ol' hug. Just enjoy this new break that is gonna hit the horizon here in a sec. Once I actually read through it and send it off to a couple people. Besides that though, I did want to mention there's a couple different additions to my office. I did get a new office chair. This one does not squeak like my last one did. It was getting pretty bad. That's kind of why I wanted a new one. And this one allows me to sit crisscross applesauce in it, which I love to do. And it does move a little bit more. So yeah, there's that. And then I do have a new organizer thing in the corner. Both are Christmas gifts. The chairs for my fiance and the organizers for my mom. I will possibly do maybe a reorganization thing in the future as I figure some stuff out, but don't quote me on that. Anyways, draft 4 is done. This draft was a quick one, really intense. The first 2 weeks I was going ham, working on it every day and on the weekend, and then I kind of slacked off and was only working it on the weekend. It's kind of been a roller coaster, this draft, but it was still a good one. I was a little bit better at line editing than I expected I would. We'll see what the feedback is on it and if there's some additional things that need to be done. I'm sure there are. I'm not a grammar whiz or spelling. Spelling's always been a weakness of mine, but it should be all fixed by now, you know, in draft 4. I'm definitely not a technical editor by any means. Definitely like more of the developmental stuff and the scene and prose level things to correct. Anyways, that's kind of everything for this video. I just wanted to take you guys along and keep myself accountable as I wrapped up this last chapter and didn't spend most of my day doing so. Now I can go enjoy the movie, give my dog a big ol' hug, and spend the evening reading. Thank you guys for watching, and I apologize that the challenge kind of ended in a fail, but I mean, not every challenge ends at a complete success, but it doesn't mean it wasn't worth it. I just want you guys to remember that with your own challenges in the future, but I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. Have a wonderful new year, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon, whether it's in a week or 2 weeks or a month. We don't know yet. But I will see you guys next time. Bye!